Got some big positions.
I gotta win or gotta go home.
That is very true. Let's have a look.
Welcome to Trade Delicious's Bulls vs Bears, where the investing market meets gladiatorial combat in a battle for all bragging rights. Our contestants will be armed with a hefty $100,000 starting capital, leverage 1 to 10, and be given a single electrifying hour to outtrade each other. Their weapon? Real-time market data. Their battlefield? Designated assets via the hosts. But be careful, traders. A maximum drawdown of $5,000 stands as a pitfall you cannot afford to tumble into. And remember, this is a game of wit and skill, of strategy and performance. There will be no copy trading and no EAs allowed. You must stand your own ground. And to our viewers, you are the arena crowd, watching every strategy unfold live, every decision that has consequences, and every moment bringing these traders closer to victory or defeat. This is not just a trading game. This is Bulls vs Bears. This is the thrill of the financial arena right here on Trade Delicious. Let the games begin. A quick message before we get in. If you are enjoying this series, please leave a like and comment below who you think's going to win it. Today's episode, you are going to see Victor once again and in a quarterfinal. Once again, if you have some questions on that, I'm going to answer them right now. Unfortunately, Kev has been forced to drop out as he is sailing from Fiji down to New Zealand, which is a hell of an excuse. So we've actually had to find a way to still fill this schedule with Kev dropping out at the late stages of this final. Luckily, we have Victor, who loves being a part of this show so much that he put his hand up to double up in the quarterfinal. So we've got Victor coming through. We're going to see how this goes today rather than Kev. Kev, we wish you all the best. Let's get into the video.
That's it.
That's it. Welcome back to Bulls vs Bears quarter final time. Here we go. It's Victor versus Allon, and this is going to be exciting. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm excited to see what's going to happen today. That's what I'm excited to see.
Very good, very good. Victor, welcome back into the trading arena. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. I'm ready to play.
Ready to rumble. You didn't do the ready to rumble that you said you were going to do.
Yeah, filled with confidence.
Yeah, never mind.
And Allon, cool as a cucumber as usual. How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm excited as well and ready to go. The first time wasn't ready. Didn't know exactly what's going to happen. So now I know exactly what's going to be my strategy and what I'm going to do now.
So here we go. He's got a strategy. This is two players that like to play the game here as well. So it's going to be good fun. Traders, you may begin trading.
20 lots.
Yeah. 40. I mean, we got up to what? Last was it? Zach's episode. It was Zach and Kiet. We had over $16 million in open positions at one given time.
Yeah. Is that one actually gone out yet?
By the time this is gone, yes.
Of course, yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah. No, that was exciting.
It was. That was good. That was good fun. All right. Both straight in the concentration. Alex, I got to say,
yeah,
both of these have been in this seat before, right? They know what to expect. They know what this is.
Indeed.
They both have a game plan.
I should hope.
Prediction?
Victor's done this a few times, though. Victor's a pro at Bulls versus Bears. He's
veteran.
What's your prediction?
I'm not a betting man, Jordan.
I don't believe you.
I don't think you can be a trader without being a speculative person, but I'm going to keep my cards close to my chest, and we'll see what happens.
You're not taking a punt?
Nah, not yet. We'll see what happens. I've got an idea, but we'll see what happens. What about you? Who are you feeling?
Well, if I remember rightly, Allon was cool as a cucumber in the first episode. He took out Anna. He took out Anna effects. Right?
Anna FX was going pretty heavy lot size, in all fairness to her.
And he was very relaxed, very calm, and nothing fazed him. And I like that. Now, I also know Victor is an avid poker player. So he's going to be playing the game. So it's a tough call. I think I'm going to put my cards in Victor's pocket today. And
okay.
We'll see. We'll get to the halfway point. I'm just going to put a bit of pressure on everyone in here. We'll get to the halfway point, and I'll see if I want to change my analysis. But early doors,
you can't swap positions, Jordan. You know that. You know you can only have one bias.
I can cut my loss. Okay,
cut losses. There you go. You can cut your loss.
Yeah, I'll cut my loss halfway through if I need to. But we'll see. We'll see. Has anyone pulled the trigger yet? Early days. Oh yeah. A little tester position of 2 lots on US dollar Japanese yen for Victor. Explain us to it, Victor. What are you looking for?
I would like to be the underdog, by the way. I find that position to be more comfortable.
Yeah, underdog's always the best place to be.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't get to decide.
Yes, what I see is I see my pattern forming on the Aussie yen, and I got a trigger. Unlike the other day, I had to go in kind of blindly. This one is really my signal, so I'm excited about it. It doesn't mean a lot, or it does mean a lot, but it doesn't mean that this one is gonna go right away to my TP, because I have a very low win rate, so it still can go the other way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm feel more comfortable because this is a signal that I usually trade, so I like that.
Very good. Interesting. And Allon, have you pulled the trigger?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I have 3 trades open right now. Went profit like few seconds ago. It dropped down, but
so you're expecting for dollar weakness. Let's have a look at the dollar index. Interesting. Let's see.
What's your brain ticking there? That was a big thinker.
No, that was a little thinker. That was as Kevin would say, that was a head stomper right there. You know, it was a head stomper. I actually spoke to Kevin the other day. We did a little bit of a strategy call and stuff, talking about his prop accounts and stuff. He's good. He's doing well. Those head stompers and uppercuts are working well for him.
Oh, everyone's got to have that little analogy, eh? You just got to have something that makes you tick and
make it help you remember everything. It's good. But we've got to talk about it. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're trading and that, but MFF, go on, talk. What do you think, man? What a crazy! It was like, it reminded me like the lunar blow up, you know? Obviously, more people lost a lot more money on Luna and stuff. And I wasn't in the prop firm space when funding talent went down, or I was, but I wasn't paying attention.
It's so just for reference, the date of recording this, it's been about a week since MFF have gone under, right? So not 100% sure when this is going to go out. So if it seems like we're outdated with information, it's because we are. This is recorded prior to anything else that could happen, right? Yeah. What is there to really take into account? They were doing illegal stuff, so they got shut down, right?
Basically, yeah. Very basic.
From an outside point of view, that they made the market. Now they were. It's great. I think this is a good scenario.
I didn't know. Go on, I'll let you continue. Sorry.
It's great because it's good and it's bad. Okay, the good avenue, and if you want to have a positive thought from this,
Yeah.
is traders now are actually thinking about where they're putting money, right? And it's horrible that it has to come to this in order for people to actually question where they put their money, but
Yeah.
it has. But now people are aware of the different models of how these things actually operate and what happens when you're giving them your money. Now that people are aware of that, it's woken them up.
100%.
So what that's going to do is wrench out a bit of the trash. I think most of those kind of affiliate firms, you'll know the ones I'm talking about.
Like I call them hybrid IBs, like hybrid.
Most of those
broker agreement things.
For most people, those are going to go right, and that's a good thing because it's just no substance to them. So on a good side, now on the bad side is a big business has failed. Right, it's never nice to see a big business get shut down in the way that it did. But they were doing the wrong thing, and at the end of the day, that if you're doing the wrong thing in the eyes of the regulator, and the regulator comes in and goes, "Hey, how are you doing this?" and you're doing it wrong, especially in the finance world, they've kind of got a low tolerance. Especially
in the US.
Yeah, they've got a low tolerance for that. I mean, you're already annoying them being based in CFDs. Why play with fire? So, but I don't celebrate it, but I definitely think there's positives to take from this, and I think it's awareness. And we've seen they went down on Thursday, right? Well, Thursday my
froze
time.
on Thursday, and I think it was like Friday or something. That's when they did the announcement that it was because of what it.
That'll be right. And it was quite. I don't want to come off wrong here, but it was a little bit amusing to see a lot of the hybrid IB prop firms panicking, and you could see they were making changes to their systems. They were changing their names. They were changing but multiple times, and then tweeting about it, being like, "Yeah, we've done," and you can just see that there was no risk management process there. There was no management at all. It was just wholly like, what do we do? What do we do?
Seems like it was one person just saying, "Okay, now let's change everything. I'm just gonna go on their website right now and change everything."
Yeah, there was no emergency meetings. There was nothing. And it was
behind it.
Yeah,
probably put them in a worse place as well because now you're in a different type of regulation.
Does. Best thing to do, Best thing to do in any scenario like that is stop.
Stimulated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The best thing to do in any situation like that is to just completely stop, sit down, and be like, okay, what's really going on here? What are our options? But what they were doing was, we need to do this before I get fined. And yeah. And
they just got themselves into a worse and even tougher regulation, which is the gaming regulation as well. If you're making money from gaming,
is that Ruben?
That is Ruben. Allon, do you want to tell Ruben to be quiet?
Ruben,
you can mute it for
no, yell at him. Say, Ruben, shut up.
We'll see.
No, you can. Yeah, it's all good. Anyway,
no, there he is.
How professional is that? The head of risk management,
dancing while we run a game show.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at the positions. What's everybody doing?
Hello. There's lots of up there on Euro, young Victor. What's run us through it?
I've been watching since this is the pair I trade, and the market is very bearish, but I have seen it react to this area, and it is doing it again. And so I just go with the market. If the market wants to go the other way, I go with it. So
nice.
That's it.
I like it. Run us through the position sizing.
It has since I'm doing competition, I'm going as aggressive as I can. So my usual stop is waiting for the market to come back to my area on a lower time frame, and then I position myself after a combo in candlestick, and then I plus some margin, and this time I didn't, so I just go ahead in first, since we don't have that time, as we know.
Good stuff.
I like it. And let's switch over and see the contrary. He's banked $160. Nice. And he's sitting cool, calm, and collected in proper Allon style.
This is a very Allon style.
Yeah, predictable. It's good. I mean, we're not halfway yet. I'm not cutting my losses. I believe in Victor. He's got this.
Let's see what's going on. But question though, Jordan, where do you think it's going to go now from where we've just had over the last couple of the last week?
What are you referring to?
Referring back to the MFF stuff. I am is so interested in the different stances of different companies and how they reacted to everything that was going on. And I was quite surprised how some people reacted.
Yeah. But it just goes back to this gives the trader so much information, right? Because how on earth are you going to trust anyone with your money if they're running around with their shirt off, panicking, whirling it around at the slight bit of information that doesn't even affect them, that they don't have all the data about? You can't make any decisions until you have all of the data. And it's the same with trading sometimes, right? Like if you are a technical analyst and you're missing the last day's worth of data in trading, are you going to pull a trade? Probably not. You're going to wait till you get the last date. Like it's just silly to do that. So what that has done is, well, at least in my eyes, is highlighted the businesses I don't want to trust, because I don't trust in the way that they're run. And if I don't trust in the way that they're run, there's a good chance I won't trust in them holding money or whatever it might be. Now, there's some outliers to that. I can understand mistakes can happen, but that's how I see it. That's the vision I have. And then where we go from here, there's a number of different routes. Either MMFF managed to wiggle their way out of this scenario and get back, which I think is unlikely, but
never happening.
Who knows? Or they'll go offshore and just not offer their services to the US and Canada. I think business as usual, to be honest. I think this will be forgotten about in about 8 months, and everyone's going to go back into that trap.
I think I hear you in one.
Realistically, that's my honest answer, because it just tends to be what happens over and over and over again. But I think for a lot of people, this was a wake-up call, and I hope they remember that and stick by that. But I think also for a lot of other people that weren't directly affected by it, they're just kind of like, they did something wrong, they got fined, that's what they get, and they'll go to someone else doing the same thing. It's all about learning from these things, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is, I've got a couple of different opinions, but it kind of shows, as you've mentioned, obviously the different business models and how you're taking this. If you're looking at a prop firm as something that is get rich quick, in and out, you put money like a gamble, fine. Go to a company that is going to give you that massive leverage, or companies like that, which I look at them as most people look at them as get rich quick. And I can see the way the marketing, everything, it's very get rich quick type of thing. got to be careful. And at the end of the day, if you're looking to really grow as a trader and you're looking to grow with a company with stable gains, I don't know. That's just a mute because we can hear.
Yeah,
Ruben. Okay,
Got him.
that'll be better. And stable company to grow with, then you want to make sure that the company is going to be there week after week, month after month. And companies with track records and are not doing these massive discounts and things like that, it's dangerous. And especially in this industry where if you're giving 50% discounts, you're just opening yourself up to arbitrage traders that are just going to take that 50% discount, get another 50% discount from another prop firm, go long in there, go short in there, and they're just going to destroy and take everything that firm has got to give. And if these companies haven't got good cash flow because they're all simulated, doesn't sound like a very healthy business model in the long term.
Yeah, but the joys, eh? The world's always been full of sharks, especially this finance world, and people need to navigate it with caution. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't. They trust what they read, and I think it leans back into that how much power influencers have in modern day. That someone, will go on TikTok and say something, and people will listen to that and without question just believe it to be fact. And send it to everyone or walk out the room and be like, hey, whoever you live with, did you hear that this happened? And it's like, you did nothing to really vet whether that was, and that's not just in trading, that's just in general. But and that's the thing. And if you've got a couple guys that are money hungry and success hungry, and they own a bit of a following and a bit of a platform, and you mix them in with some of these brokers and the amount of marketing capital that they have. Oh, am I here?
Yep.
Yeah, my monitor just blacked for a reason. When you have the amount of capital that they have for marketing, and you just kind of wave it a little bit in front of some of these guys, they will jump. They will jump straight for it, and they'll be told the whole time by the brokers or whoever's doing it, it's fine, it's all white labeled, very legal, you do this, it's very ethical, we care for the traders. Before you know it, gone. And because these influencers didn't understand the responsibility in which they undertake when they join these types of things and they start running these businesses, it's unfortunate that the traders that listen to them are the ones that usually get hurt.
Yeah, agreed. Victor, what do you think with the whole situation?
I think it is, as consumer, you're very vulnerable because there is no transparency in as how the cash flow is running behind the scenes with any of the prop firms. You have to just trust them. There's no oversight. No one is checking anyone. And you can, of course, you can see indications like if they're offering discounts, as you said, or if their program is more allowing, giving the trader better odds for succeeding, like the Fivers. But in the end, it's just a matter of trust because it's a fact. There's no regulation. There's no oversight. So who is to say what is happening behind the doors? No one can say. But on the other hand, the opportunity that prop firms are offering traders nowadays is incredible. Something that I would take that risk of being defrauded any day of the week because the opportunities are nowhere else to be found.
Yeah, it's true. To get your trading to a place where you're trading hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions potentially for some traders that can show consistency, that without a firm, a prop firm or a hedge fund or outside investment is very difficult for 99% of the people. So I guess you're right. Yeah, it's worth the risk, especially if you've got very limited amount of money that you can lose compared to the unlimited amount that you can probably take if you're good. Which is
it comes down to just, in my personal opinion.
Your opinion is always personal.
Well said.
Let's get it in there.
Okay. All right, I'm switching. I want Allon to win. Look, it comes down to, a lot of people will argue about where the best spot to trade is prior to gauging whether or not they can actually make money. And that's the truth, the cold-hearted truth that people aren't willing to accept. It's a lot of people will jump into prop firms and think, yes, let's get $200,000-$400,000 worth of capital here, and if I had that, I'd be able to trade better than what I can on 10K. And it's a load of jargon, right? If anything, it's so much harder to trade that much more than the little account. A lot of people have this common misconception, and I have so much confidence in saying this because I did when I was starting. I felt the same thing, that my problem was my capital. My problem was when I won, I didn't win enough. And that was what was holding me back as a trader, but it wasn't at all. My problem was I wasn't consistent. My trading was all over the shop, and I think a lot of people just need to really assess their own trading before they argue so much about where the best spot to trade is, or where you can get the best value for your buck, or people arguing about the easiest challenges to pass. That's all down to personal trader. I find a challenge that goes for 6 months, asking to make a small amount, the easiest and the best one, personally. Now, if someone who was a really high frequency trader and traded a lot was able to turn 10% in a month, it's impressive. I'll leave it at that. They might found that easier, but there's two different challenges there that is down to personal preference. And I think a lot of people just need to do a lot of due diligence on their own trading before committing to different businesses. And this doesn't just go for prop firms. I'm talking about brokers, and everyone will talk about where you can get the best spreads, or where you can get the best commissions, or the cheapest commissions, or whatever it might be in all of this world. And it doesn't matter unless you can do what you're here to do. And I think a lot of people get caught up in forgetting what they're there for. You're there to be a risk manager. You're there to manage money. I wouldn't go to a job interview for being a doctor without having a uni degree in some kind of medicine, right? I didn't walk in and just be like, oh yeah, but if I got this job, I'd know. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Yeah. You need to know what you're doing to walk into the job. And that goes everywhere. So I think there's just a bit of illiteracy, I'd say, in the way people approach it. Now, it's okay to have these conversations. It's okay to have an understanding of this, but it's not important. What's important is once you've figured out your system, you know what you can achieve, you know what you can do, then it's important because you just match it to your system, right? Yeah. And or at least closest to, and you match the incentive biases and try to understand where these companies make money and where they don't make money, and whether or not you're aligned as a trader in a business, because that's realistically what you want to be. But that's all to be done post analysis of your actual personal performance, in my opinion. But that's a little bit off topic, but I think it's just something a lot of people struggle with. Yep.
Yeah, and I see a lot of traders on a regular basis, and there's this one trader that has gone from 20K in evaluation all the way to 640 with 80K profits in 2 weeks on the fivers. And for me, looking at that, what a run.
Ticking time bomb.
Ticking time bomb, realistically, unless he's something that none of us know. But majority of the time, if you are scaling up every other day, tends to means you're going full clip on every single trade, and you are risking the house on every single trade, and eventually that will come to that will ends up in booms and bust moments, heartbreak. If he goes into a bust moment, at the moment the person is making fantastic money. So we'll see. But yeah,
it's interesting. Well, that's the joys of this, and you get to see stories like that, and that story will be no doubt advertised and put
if it's a good story.
If it's a good story, yeah.
If
But
it's a good
the thing
story,
is, that guy will also always have that story. So even if he goes busts, he's the guy that turned 20K into 600K in 2 weeks. And I don't know a better clickbaity title to attract a load of beginner retail investors.
He gets double every time he makes 10%, he gets double the capital. So it scales up pretty quick. But still have to make 10%.
It's that it goes back to that element of advertisement and influencer's power. It's very easy for him to just go and become an influencer now because he's got this miraculous story, and people will listen because they want to achieve the same success. And then he'll get that, and he might blow the account. But what happens if someone walks in and goes, hey, we'll give you that account back, or we'll give you a new account, or we'll give you 60 grand if you just plug this, or we'll white label. He's going to go, yes, done. Give me the 60 grand. I lost that 600K. I need income. And then that's where that horrible cycle comes in. Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway.
We've turned the challenge
Jordan,
into a podcast.
Yes, Jordan. Sorry for that little jab.
Oh, no, don't be silly. You don't have to apologize, Victor.
You're such a sweet guy, Victor. You are such a sweet guy. That went over Jordan's head straight away, man. It was all, banter.
Alex sends jabs all the time.
I send jabs all mate. It's banter. Don't forget, Jordan is English to his core. He only sounds Australian.
It's true. It's true. But no, don't have to apologize at all. If anything, fire a couple more, get a bit of banter flowing. Don't worry about me. Let's take some jabs at your trading though. Let's have a look. Oh well.
Oh gosh! Wow. Okay, we can't really take any jabs here. Look, fair play.
I mean, break even.
Oh, wait,
break even.
I didn't see the balance.
Yeah, but that's nice. Heavy. This is what are we on here? Euro, US dollar.
Yeah.
So this is similar. No, your original position on this was a buy, right, Victor?
Yes. I go wherever the market is going. At least that's what I try to do. So
that's a good strategy.
Right?
Bad strategy if you try to do the opposite of what the market is doing.
It seems logic. So yeah. And I think the bearishness is not over yet. So I switched bias.
Okay.
Yeah. Dollar is still pushing. And I think it will continue to push.
Dollar strength is that?
Dollar strength, yeah.
And if I remember rightly, we had another trader banking on dollar strength earlier.
This trader is sticking with his bias.
No, he swapped.
Did he?
He swapped.
No, he hasn't. He's still a buy.
Your mic's muted, Allon.
Yeah.
Your friend and then you can stay.
Yeah,
loudmouth Ruben.
No, I still see Allon's betting that the dollar's going to weaken, but
yeah, wasn't he on strength with the US dollar?
Yeah, he is still on. He's buying pound, buying euro.
Yeah, which is weakness for the US dollar.
Which is what?
Weakness for the US dollar. I thought he started out buying the US dollar.
No. So he's betting on the weakness of the. Do you want to turn the thing off, Allon? Yeah.
Turn the thing off.
He's expecting weakness of the US dollar. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Why? What do you want to say? You got something?
Nah.
That's a Jordan thinking cap.
No, I was thinking, but unrelated. I was a bit confused, but that's fine.
Let's have a look.
So I mean,
where is the dollar gonna go though? That is the thing that I want to know, and I think everybody else wants to know because
this is tight. This is
it
tight.
is. Oh,
It is. We've just clicked over the halfway mark. All right, Alex, come on. We've got to get an answer out of you. I know you're a punting man. I know you love a cheeky bet.
I'm gonna go where the market's going. So Victor,
Allon, come in.
That's how you gotta go. You gotta go where it's going. You know. There you go. I've made my bet.
Allon, you've got to prove us wrong. Come on.
Yeah, he's gonna prove us. He'll prove us wrong.
I think Allon's gonna win. Can I bet too?
If you want to, yeah. If you want to,
I think that might be like a match rig, considering you can control the result. But
yeah,
I want to hedge my bet. That's the thing.
That's it. Like a true trader, you want to hedge everything. Oh, fantastic!
It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Are you trading at the moment, Alex?
I can't say I am, to be honest. I haven't really had much times over the last week. There's been I prefer going long than short. Going short is it's my eyes for some reason. It's harder for me to see short setups and get them right for some reason. I don't know why, but
that's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. It must be a thing.
Yeah.
But my eyes for longs are much better, and obviously I trade a lot of euro and mostly euro and pound, and there's been obviously these small trades that I've taken, but I haven't got into anything major.
You need to be an equities trader.
And equities, you think so? Yeah.
If your eyes are for long, just swing trade equities, and worst comes to worst, hold it for another 4 years.
That's what I'm doing with crypto. I've been long in crypto for the last 6 months, and I'm an investor now, Jordan. Did you know?
I was actually talking about this because I've got that short position on the Aussie dollar at the start of the year, which was supposed to be like a 3-week position. And I'm still holding it. And we're like 8 months in. And I'm like, yes, I'm just investing in this now. It's in profits, but I'm just kind of like, well, I don't want to close it.
Just leave it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to be holding on to the bag for crypto for a long time. I've already had to cut some off that as well after there's been like news on certain projects that their founders are starting to go against each other and go into lawsuits and stuff. And as soon as you see that, you got to cut it. Yeah. But we will see. I'm just holding on for dear life.
Let's see someone trying to bring a crypto ETF into the US stock market, and they got denied. But then the SEC come through and said you have no basis. Yeah.
It's always they've been speaking about that for years though. Now it's obviously started to get a bit more traction, but at the moment, all you're seeing is any little bit of buying just gets smashed down with sellers. Like people are just using that just to go short or just to sell. Every little pump, every little bit of upside. But then again, we're in a pretty critical moment on Bitcoin to see what actually happens. And it's been ranging as well for a good week. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's been ranging in this area for a good 3 weeks. And it's in a pretty big level. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, you've got all of those prior resistance, flip to support to come back down there. Let's see if the support actually holds on the 25,700 level. So
the joys.
The thing is, when Bitcoin moves, also the alts normally move as well a little bit afterwards, but the alts have just been getting smashed as well. They're like 90% down. So just adding. You don't really get into crypto though. You're on equities. You put your money in equities, no?
Long term, yeah. Long term. Equities and ETFs. But yeah, look, it might be a dabble in the future. I know oh geez, this is going to be live in a little while. We've got a couple new people attending Trade Delicious who are very big crypto traders, and they're trying their absolute hardest to get me interested in looking at those assets. But we'll see if I manage to play around or not. But at first I need to find the time because I don't even have the time to trade FX at the moment, never mind jumping into a new market. But we'll see. Victor, do you trade any crypto?
No, I don't trade crypto.
You trade equity?
Not equity. No, only as investing, as long term. ETFs, passive investment, but not trading, not equities, not crypto. No, I when I tried to trade crypto a couple of years ago, the spreads were killing all the opportunities that could have been, since I wanted to day trade it. And I never looked back. Actually, I find it I don't know, risky.
Is that on a CFD broker?
Sounds like.
On different exchange, maybe things have gotten better now, better conditions. But back then, it didn't make sense to me. At least it was. I mean, I like speculating. I'm a forex guy, but I didn't want that. I didn't see it as I never could see it as a store of value. At least I couldn't. I don't see that story. I could never convince myself that would be a huge store of value, and to trade with something that you inherently are not sure what it will be worth. It's like, I don't know, juggling with swords.
I love
it. Feels like that at the moment, to be honest.
I like it. I always, and that's why my long term is equities and elsewhere. It's like, well, what runs it? What decides the value? Yes, supply demand decides the value, right? People buy, it goes up. But if you look at an equity, I mean, you've got profit margins. You've got actual people running
behind it.
Yeah. It's whereas when you look at, I don't know crypto, right? And you shouldn't listen to anything I have to say about crypto because I don't know. But it is also in that element of what runs it. How can I actually make a educated assumption on the value of this thing based on its internal systems, and like, does it have internal systems?
Yeah, it's all speculation at the end of the day on blockchain technology, on Web3. That's all it is. Just speculation, as if it's going to be used for good or if it's going to be used for nothing. Just speculation. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. You got some nice profits.
Got some big positions.
I gotta win or gotta go home.
That is very true. Let's have a look.
Just tapped under the 20-minute mark, and he's loaded into the euro US dollar shorts. Random swing here. I'm going to lean towards about 15 lots. I think that's
nah,
I can see it here.
Oh, more than that. Oh,
I can see my total lot size, which I also have Aussie yen, but it's right now at 47 lots open.
Wow.
Well, that doesn't add up to 47. My maths isn't that wrong. Is there a strong option here? Yeah, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was like, hang on a minute. I'm like 47. So 50 lots open. Now we've seen this similar move in Allon's last match, because obviously Anna took the same approach and Allon remained calm with his small position sizes. Looks like he's doing the same. But unlike last time, he's in the
drawdown.
I was thinking this morning I was gonna come into the match and not open any trades.
Wow,
That should give me a good odds, right?
Strategy. Well,
That would have been disappointing.
It would have been disappointing. It could have worked. It would have been disappointing though. But yeah,
That's good.
It sounds like an interesting strategy. Sometimes the best strategy is to sit on your hands and not do anything, I guess.
I guess. He says without any conviction. I guess.
Not talking about myself, sitting on my hands is not something I normally do, but there you go.
There's Alex saying, how can you make money if you're not in the market?
No position is a position too.
Yeah, better instead of losing money, to be honest.
Guys, no position is a position too.
No position is definitely a position, indeed. Yeah.
It's like cash. Cash is a position. My position is 100K cash.
That's it.
Yeah, losing position at the moment with inflation.
Yeah, actually. If we're going to get technical, yeah. But simulated inflation with this account. This is a simulated inflation.
Oh. Yeah, do we get interest rates? Do our accounts pay interest rates? Do we get an extra cheeky, 3%?
Yeah, you get swaps. Don't forget, you get on live accounts and everything. You get swaps and stuff. Definitely.
Yeah.
And on other companies, those are simulated swaps. Not digging, not poking.
You put that on your resume. I'm a simulated trader.
I'm a simulated trader making simulated profit.
I made a simulated 6 million.
Well, now there is a running joke on Twitter though, talking about it. To be fair, Twitter's a funny place to be these days.
It's tough. I gotta say, it's tough. It's so drama orientated that it's. I've always been one to shy away from drama. If drama is popping up, I'll do my best to get away from it, to not be involved. And sometimes in Twitter, you just can't get away from it, and it pains me. I just sit there and I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, why am I spending my time here?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then there's other people that thrive on it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
You like a bit of drama. Come on.
I like instead of
not being in it, but reading it.
I like instead of spending time looking at pictures, maybe if I'm spending time going through social media, I'd rather read. So get rid of the Instagram, stick to the Twitter. Same stuff, but
yeah,
better than just like staring at videos and stuff. At least I'm reading, I guess. I'm trying to convince myself that spending hours on Twitter every day is a good way of wasting time, but it's definitely not.
I'm gonna let you convince yourself. I mean, I could put it.
Yeah, you're
Jordan,
not active that much on Twitter.
Excuse me. How much time do we still have left?
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
No.
You've got 15 minutes.
All right.
15 minutes.
It's so polite, Victor. Over all this tournament so far, and we're approaching the final stages, Alex, as well.
Yeah.
The amount of times we've just had people walk out. We've been shown the hand. Don't talk to me. I'm concentrating. Oh, that's got to be one of the most common ones. And Mr. Victor just is out here. Excuse me, guys. Can I ask how much time? I apologize for showing a bit of banter. So polite.
It's very polite. I do agree. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you think about?
What are you trying to get?
Yeah. What's behind all this politeness, Victor?
Yeah. Why are you being nice? What's going on?
No hidden agenda.
No hidden agenda. That's what somebody with an agenda would say, though.
That's good. What? Sorry. What were you going to say, Alex?
No, I'm just scrolling through Twitter sometimes, seeing everybody shouting for, maybe another leg of the S&P and then it dumping all the way back down and breaking the prior start of October lows. What are your thoughts to
that? 2 days ago, I put money in the Nasdaq.
Interesting, but is that just on you're just DCAing though? Just every month?
Yes, but every month I put money into assets, but it's also different assets depending on my confidence, like how I want to situate. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So there might be in localized ETFs, things like in Australia. It might be a international kind of ETF that balanced across the world. It might be an individual company. So it ranges what I put in. And 2 days ago, I chose the Nasdaq and I invested in the Nasdaq. And I loved talking about this earlier today as well, because everyone's talking about it. Michael Burry's just sold all of his options. There's no way of seeing if that was a covered call or whether that was a straight out short options. 1.5 billion or something. Warren Buffett sold 6 billion worth of his stock in the S&P and things like that. So a lot of people are speculating, saying these guys are expecting a downturn. Might be right. They might be right. It doesn't worry me, especially long-term investing, because short-term, it's just more opportunity. In any market crash, in any market collapse, in anything like that, there's always an opportunity. So if that happens, the same way as the real estate market comes down, you get in the real estate market when it's cheap, right? If you can. If the stock market crashes, you pick up good companies at discount. Happy days. So it doesn't stop me from investing in the market. It doesn't worry me overly much, and that comes down to not being over exposed in the market. And it's just a matter of, it might happen, but when you're using it, especially an ETF, which is constantly adaptive to best performing stocks. I mean, long-term performance is pretty unique. And if you're using one that's been going for a while and one that you can see all the statistics of it, short-term downside won't necessarily be an issue. You hold it long enough, you'll recoup it, given that it's the right ETF and they're holding the right companies and it's managed correctly. I don't want to, make everyone think every ETF is unstoppable, because there's not. There's some absolutely rubbish ones out there. But yeah, I'm not too fussed. I'm not too worried about it.
Interesting. Well, we're going to look back on this and we're going to know.
Yeah, 5 years down the line, we'll look back at the very first season of Bulls versus Bears, and we'll be laughing about it. Look at that. You remember when Victor went on and won the whole tournament?
Wow. Victor, that guy.
Remember that guy?
Who is he?
I remember this one time he took a jab at me.
Yeah. Maybe if you become the champion of Bull versus Bears, we can do an unveiling. Maybe.
Ooh.
I'll think about it.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. All right. We haven't seen old mate Allon for a little while. Looks steady. For a crypto trader, Alex, diamond hands was a big thing, right?
No, diamond hands? Yeah, diamond hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just made up by obviously some scammers of a project trying to tell their community like this is gonna go to the moon, keep it, while they're selling their bags into all of the buying pressure. It sounds about right, to be honest,
It makes sense. But
again, maybe I've got diamond hands at the moment because I am not selling. I'm not selling anytime. I'm just buying.
Yeah, it's the best way to be.
Yeah.
Buy what you can.
Bye. Keep going.
It's getting close. We've got 9 minutes on the clock. It's coming down to the final 9 minutes of the quarter final of Bulls vs Bears here. Oofed. Oofed.
And wait, it was Kev or Vincent? Vincent. Did Vincent win? Not Vincent. Yeah, Vincent. Did Vincent win?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vincent
Vincent
versus
beat
Rich.
Rich. That's right.
Yeah.
And Kev beat the guy that didn't show up or left halfway through.
Correct.
Oh,
That would be a good one. Vincent's a good trader.
yeah.
We are getting close, and wow, Allon is going to be shocking all of us.
Allon is gonna be winning.
Well,
Yeah,
let's see. I mean,
that's
look,
why I'm not speaking. That's why I've got the signal. If whatever I say, just do the opposite. That is the signal. Okay, guys. So if I said Victor, I meant actually Allon. Okay.
I mean, it's still pretty tight. We've got 7 minutes on the clock. This can change. It's still pretty tight. Allon, look how relaxed Allon is right now. He's just sitting back going, yeah. Powers in my court. Do your thing, Victor. That's what he's saying.
Definitely.
So let's see what Victor can pull out of the bag here. Because I mean, this is they're at the exact same equity right now. Their equity is sitting pretty much identical right now.
And the euro, obviously, you're still looking at a sell, and you're selling into kind of a bit of a demand area. Victor, do you look at higher time frame demand areas or supply areas when
I
you're
do,
executing on smaller time frames? Or
yes, I do. Of course, I do. But that's why I started with a bullish bias.
yeah,
But I was seeing that it was not. It wasn't positioning as if it was going to turn. After all, I mean, I saw a little transition, but then it broke it, and from then it's not just going sideways. So it's kind of hard to get a read on it. But I think it's easier for the market to go down right now, considering how it's been going last couple of days.
it's a shame. We've got news coming out on very shortly as well. We would have seen a nice little bit of reaction to news. So it's a shame that we're going to miss that.
What is that in 20 minutes?
Yes.
This is going to be tight. This is going to be real.
That would have been a very interesting because it's
trading during news.
Yeah, that would have been a very interesting. Do you trade news, Jordan?
I used to like not
aftermath.
Yeah, aftermath. And I'll trade news. Yeah, aftermath is probably the best way to sum it up. I'll wait for the initial jargon to go, and then I'll react in accordance to what I believe that news represents.
Counter to the move, or do you continuation of the move, or does that depend what
in reaction to the news? So not the price movement itself, in reaction to what I think the news meant. So if it doesn't matter which way that initial reaction went, I'm not too fussed. Post that, like, especially when you have like interest rate decisions, when we had that, the interest rate decision was the mover of the market for like 2 years. You'd see the interest rate decision coming in, the candles would go absolutely nuts. And then you know what the reaction of that interest rate is going to be, you know, whether it's good or bad. Over the next 2, 3, 4 days, you're just seeing a consistent trend in that way. It was one of my best trading setups, was just consistently being like, okay, let the noise be noise, let them go out. Now that it's printed, okay, what are we looking for? Where are we going next? And you can just see a nice, slow, steady trend.
Interesting.
It's gone his way. It's gone his way.
There you go.
All right. Who starts to play games here?
He starts to play games.
Who
I don't
starts to play
I don't think Allon is. Allon's a serious guy. He's a serious guy.
Yeah, I reckon he's playing
does not
games.
play
You don't reckon
games.
he's like hedging or he's looking to play on Victor here? He said he's come in with a game plan. He knows what to expect.
That is true. That is true. We'll see. We'll soon see. But how you feeling, Allon? Probably Ruben has stopped talking now. So
Yeah, Ruben has just left. So yeah, I don't know who's gonna win, but I'm just trying to put the
interesting. There you go.
2
We'll see.
minutes.
2 minutes.
2.5 minutes on the clock. The boys look pretty intense. They're both keeping a close eye on. And you know what they both really want me to do right now, Alex?
Just to show their
They
peanut.
both really want to see the other person's screen.
Do you know what? I don't think Allon cares. Allon's too cool of a cucumber to care. I don't think Victor doesn't. What, you don't really look at other people, what other people are doing, do you, Victor? You just do your own thing.
Not at all. I never look at other people's P&L.
Yeah.
Read through both of them. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Poker hand.
But we'll see what my bet's still on Victor. We'll see what happens. Victor has got 50, nearly 50 lots short, if I remember correctly. And let's have a look at the dollar index. And the dollar index is pushing up, so it's a good start. So I'm with Victor on this one.
Something interesting. Now, I can see both the screens. Okay. I can't see them overly clearly, but I can see both of their trading terminals right now, and it's interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, 50 seconds on the clock. One of these traders, I'm gonna tell you, they both pretty much closed all their positions. Alex.
Oh, really? There you go.
But
Wow.
with 50 seconds on the clock, one of them is just loaded back in.
Oh gosh, it's Allon. 100%. It's 100%.
One of them is just loaded back in. We got 30 seconds on the clock, guys. How are we feeling?
The market is finally moving in my direction, so I'm happy. I'm ecstatic.
All right,
Static.
remember
That's
to
what we
get
love.
those positions closed, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at them both
Ooh.
take a deep breath. Look at them both sit back and be like, whoa. Allon, run us through it. Don't tell us your P&L. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling relaxed right now. Quite relaxed. I don't know what's going to
Too
happen.
cool for
Yeah.
school.
But at least I'm satisfied with what I did. And
Well
Nice.
done. And Victor?
I feel relieved, really, guys. I have my watch on and my heart is beating at 90 beats per minute, and I'm not doing anything. So I feel this intensely. And now I'm a little bit relieved that it's over. My heart rate is usually around 65, and it's 92 right now. So
Wow.
that's how I feel.
That's interesting.
Right. Who do you want to
Let's
start
see.
with, Alex?
Let's start off with Allon.
Allon, what is your final P&L? It is $100,274.90.
cents. So you finished with $274 profit, which is good trading. Good trading over the hour. What's that, 0.2%? It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. On the contrary, he's kicked him by about $100. A little over $100. Wow, that's $100,458.
Nice.
So, run me through,
Victor
Victor.
is the victor again.
Those final positions that you threw on in that last 50 seconds, did they help you or harm you?
I think, I don't know, I can check. But they were, I think it's break even. A few lost a little bit and a few won, but they're actually just one micro lot positions. It was just to fake you guys.
Playing games. Have a listen.
There you go, playing games.
Have a listen. Well, Allon, honestly, it's hard done by. You traded well, you were relaxed, you're calm, and you finished with profits. But unfortunately, you've just been pipped at the end there. But thank you so much for being a part of the 2 sessions. You should be proud of yourself, and it was a pleasure to have you involved.
Yeah.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you. I think, Allon, I think you're a very good trader because it's. I've seen your calmness, and you're doing it quite well. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Good stuff. That's what I like.
Fantastic. And Victor, we'll see you in the next round, buddy. Hey guys, Jordan here. Just wanted to send you a personal little thank you for sticking around and watching us here at Trade Delicious. If you did enjoy the content, consider subscribing. Everything we do here is completely free. And of course, we have some other video suggestions here which you might love. We will see you in the next video.